So before this 1,080 horsepower beast crosses the Blanc in Kissimmee, very soon, only a couple months away, we've got Bill Stevens here to give us the rundown on actually valuing this car in an auction setting. There's going to be lots of collectors, and they're going to be looking at this car for a lot of particular reasons, not just the fact that 100% of the proceeds are going to curing kids' cancer, which is incredible. What are some of the design aspects or components that they incorporated in this build that collectors are going to look at?
How much time do you have?
Exactly.
Because you actually...
You only can skim the surface.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know yourself. You were out at Thompson Street Customs a couple of times with me as the project was continuing. So many great vendors were involved in the construction of this car, and it all began with Robert Thompson Sr. and Jr., we know him as Cope. Cope designed the car in 2 dimensions, some beautiful drawings. They had a game plan, and once the execution began, everything was so deliberate and so patient in each step of the way. It was so impressive how it all came together. If you're going to try to value this car, it's going to be tough because it's one of a kind.
Absolutely.
You know, it's hard to compare this to anything else. This is a great time to be bringing a car like this to auction because, as you know, the resto mod and pro touring market is white hot right now. And people are looking for something a little different, something that's distinctive, that has the best of everything, and may I also mention, over 1,000 horsepower.
An incredible driver. It's got the Roadster Shop chassis. It's going to handle incredible twin turbos. I mean, like, what more could you ask for? But there's so much more. Incredible build. So when collectors look at this car, what are some of the elements that are going to make this car legendary through the years?
Yep, good question. Of course, you have to start with the power plant, the Coyote V8, twin turbo, Garrett turbochargers. The car is going to be scary fast. I think we can agree with that. It's got an automatic transmission, so the car is very drivable. I mean, it's hard to imagine a car with that much power being described as drivable, but with the automatic, it's something that somebody that is careful is going to enjoy driving. The one-off wheels. Those are one-of-a-kind wheels.
Yes.
You'll not see them on anything else, designed by the guys at Thompson Street Customs. That's something collectors will appreciate. High-end sound system.
Oh yes, it's got all the audio upgrades.
Yes, and finally, all of the Kendall signage and the emblems and the hand-fabricated billet pieces that are like
billet components.
They're like a high-end watch in their precision, and they just add that finishing touch that's really distinct.
You're exactly right. That is really going to make it stand out as well. And the Kendall brand living on. Such an old brand, and having a car representing it, it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see this car cross the auction block, and the fact that all the money is going to curing kids' cancer is just incredible.
And the people at Curing Kids Cancer, who we know, Grania Owen, is just sky high.
Incredible.
Because I think we're going to see a lot of bidding, easily over $100,000.
Right.
I mean, that may be the opening bid. Who knows?
That's the other element is this car going for even more than it's worth because of the heart behind it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the bidders will say, you know, this is what it's worth, but because the money is going to curing cancer and the children that need it most, like, it could potentially go for a lot more than what it's actually worth just because of the heart behind it. So it's been on tour with the Mecum auctions all year.
Yes.
And now it's time for it to cross into a new chapter of its life.
Yes.
And I too feel privileged to have seen it from bare metal in the Thompson Street Custom shop to now. It's just incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us this morning, Bill.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure. And you're going to be in Kissimmee, right?
I just might be. I'll definitely be watching from somewhere.
See you there.
Yes, absolutely.